In a quiet village there lived a poor farmer. His life was simple, and his only companion in work was an old donkey. For years the donkey had stood by his side, carrying heavy loads, helping in the fields, and sharing the burden of a hard life. But time, as it always does, began to take its toll. The donkey grew old. His strength faded. His steps slowed, and he could no longer work the way he once did. The farmer, already struggling with endless responsibilities, began to feel frustrated. The workload was increasing, but the donkey could no longer keep up. One day, lost in his worries, the farmer thought to himself, "What should I do with this donkey now? He's no longer useful, and not even worth selling." As he stood there, his eyes fell upon an old, dry well behind his field. A thought crossed his mind, cold yet convenient. If I push the donkey into that well, I'll be free of him, and I won't have to put in any effort. The next day, he slowly led the donkey towards the well. And suddenly, without warning, he pushed him in. The donkey fell straight into the deep, dry well. He cried out loudly, his voice filled with pain, fear, and helplessness. Hearing the noise, villagers gathered around. They saw the donkey trapped inside, struggling. The farmer explained his situation and said, "It's too difficult to pull him out now. It's better if we just fill this well with soil and bury him here." The villagers agreed. It seemed like the easiest solution. They picked up their shovels and began throwing soil into the well. The first heap of dirt fell onto the donkey's back. He trembled in fear. In that moment, he thought his end had come. He cried even louder. But then, something unexpected happened. After a while, the donkey went silent. The people above were confused. Why has he stopped making noise? What they didn't realize was this: the donkey had changed his way of thinking. Every time soil fell on his back, instead of giving up, he shook it off and stepped up on it. Again and again. Shovel after shovel, the soil kept falling. And every time the donkey kept rising, slowly the well began to fill. And with every layer of dirt, the donkey climbed higher. What was meant to bury him became the very path that lifted him. Until finally, the donkey reached the top of the well. With one powerful leap, he jumped out. Everyone stood there in shock. The very donkey they were about to bury had saved himself with resilience, intelligence, and a powerful mindset. The farmer felt ashamed. The animal he thought was useless had proven to be wiser than him. This story teaches us something deeply powerful. In life, people will often try to push you down. Situations will throw difficulties over you, like soil falling into that well, failures, pain, criticism, rejection. But the real difference lies in your mindset. If your thinking is small, every problem will bury you. But if your thinking is strong and determined, those very problems will lift you higher. Just like the donkey, who stopped crying, stopped fearing, and turned every hardship into a stepping stone. That is the true secret of success. So whenever life knocks you down, remember, it's not the end. It's simply another chance to rise. Difficulties don't come to destroy you. They come to make you stronger. If this story touched your heart and gave you something to reflect on, stay connected for more stories like this. Until next time, always keep your thinking big.